My wife texted, "I'm taking the kids to my parents and filing for full custody. A lawyer will be in touch." I replied, "Noted." Then I emailed her lawyer the hidden camera footage from the nanny cam she didn't know about. 24 hours later, her lawyer was calling me to make a deal. Jessica had been a stay-at-home mom for 3 years. Or at least, that's what I thought. I worked long hours as an electrician, sometimes 60 hours a week. She'd always complain about how hard it was watching our 2 kids alone. Emma was 5 and Tyler was 3. "You have no idea how exhausting it is," she'd say every night. "I don't get a single break." I felt guilty, so I never questioned why the house was always a mess when I got home, why the kids were always still in pajamas at dinner time, why there was never any food cooked. 2 months ago, Tyler fell and got a huge bruise on his forehead. Jessica said it happened while she was doing laundry, but something felt off about her story. That weekend, I installed a small camera in the living room, just a cheap one from the electronics store, hidden behind our family photos on the shelf. I told myself it was just to see what the kids did all day, maybe catch some cute moments. What I caught was much different. Monday morning, I left for work at 7. By 8:30, Jessica had dropped both kids in front of the TV with cereal bars. Then she went back to bed. At 11, she woke up, got dressed in nice clothes, and left. The kids were still alone, watching cartoons. She didn't come back until 4 in the afternoon, right before I usually got home. I watched a week of footage, same pattern every single day. She'd leave the kids alone for 5 or 6 hours while she went out, sometimes to the mall, sometimes to lunch with friends, once to get her nails done. Emma, at 5 years old, was basically raising her little brother. She'd make him snacks, change his diaper when he had accidents, and keep him entertained. One video showed Tyler crying for an hour because he was scared and Emma didn't know how to help him. That's probably when he fell and hit his head, while his mother was shopping and his 5-year-old sister was trying her best. I didn't confront her. I just kept saving the footage to a secure folder and backing it up to the cloud. Last Friday, she dropped the bomb, said she wasn't happy, wanted a divorce, and was taking the kids to her parents' house 3 hours away. "I'm filing for full custody," she said. "You're never home anyway. The kids need their mother." Her text came an hour later with the official threat. I replied with one word, "Noted." Then I sent an email to the lawyer she'd mentioned. Attached were 2 weeks of footage showing her abandoning our children for hours every single day. Time-stamped, dated, crystal clear. I also included screenshots of her social media posts from those same days, photos at restaurants, shopping, at the spa, all during hours she claimed to be exhausted from full-time parenting. Her lawyer called me the next evening. His voice was different from the threatening tone in his first email. "My client would like to discuss a custody arrangement," he said carefully. "I thought she wanted full custody." Long pause. "She's willing to be more flexible now. Perhaps we can work out something fair." "Fair would be me getting primary custody since I'm not the one who abandons them to go shopping." Another pause. "We'd like to avoid bringing this footage to court." "I bet you would. We settled 2 days ago. I got primary custody. She gets supervised visits every other weekend." She also had to admit in the custody agreement that she'd been leaving the kids unattended. Her parents called me yesterday, furious. They'd believed her story about being a devoted mom and me being an absent dad. "Did you know your daughter leaves the kids alone for 6 hours a day?" I asked. The phone went silent. They didn't. Jessica tried calling last night, crying. "You destroyed me. Everyone thinks I'm a terrible mother. You did that yourself. I just provided the evidence." Emma asked me this morning why mommy didn't live with us anymore. I knelt down to her level and said, "Mommy made some bad choices, but you are so brave and such a good big sister. That's not your job anymore, though. That's my job." She hugged me tight and whispered, "I'm glad you're home more now, Daddy." Turns out the nanny cam I bought to check on my kids ended up protecting them instead.